it's Samantha from Samantha Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to make this as quick and painless as I can, because this is really long, because I made a set of cards. But today I'm going to be doing a little bit of creating my own background paper. I'm using Versamark and clear embossing powder and this cool stamp from Unity Stamp Company that I've had forever. And so I'm just going to be doing a little bit of emboss resist, and I'm going to use this little sun, moon, stars kind of vibe stamp that I'm using to create this background. Now, I've had this stamp in my stash forever. I typically use it a lot for baby cards, especially for some reason. I don't know, the moon and the stars makes me think of babies. I don't know why. It just does. But I'm just putting Versamark ink, and I'm repeating this up on this background piece of paper. It's not a background yet, excuse me, piece of paper. It is 6x6. It is some Recollection pink cardstock, and then I'm going to coat it in the clear embossing powder and heat melt it. Now I'm going to add a little bit more because I noticed there were just some gaps. So I'm using this Lawn Fawn stamp set, and I don't remember the name of it. I am so sorry. I'll link it down below. I'll go look for it if you're interested in it. It won't be an affiliate link, but I'll show you where you can purchase it if you're interested. And I'm using that to just kind of fill in the little gaps between the two rows of stamping that I did, and then anywhere else I thought it just needed a little bit. And I'm just using a little bit of some stars that were in that's in that set that seemed to match nicely with this theme. I was glad I had that in my collection because there were definitely some gaps that needed to be fixed. So I'm letting my heat tool warm up, and I heat it down. And then I'm using some red from Stampin' Up, and I am going to ink blend over this. I don't know what it is about red and pink over pink, doing an emboss resist, but it is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm definitely going to be doing this at Valentine's Day. I could also see me using a really deep purple on pink. That would be really pretty. And I'm trying to use a pretty moderate hand over this, and I do wipe away, of course, the excess off of the clear embossing so that pink can shine through. And I just get it to the point where I really, really like it. And then we're going to use this as background paper. So let me show you what we're going to do next. Okay, we're going to start using this paper to make our cards. Now, this came from Poetic Artistry blog. It's a 2008 post using a one-sheet wonder, and I'm using another piece of background paper from Recollections. It's in a black and white pad. I've had it forever, and I don't have the cover anymore, so I can't tell you what pad it is or whatever. And the reason I'm using a second one is because when I realized for this particular one-sheet wonder process that they were using double-sided paper, and I was not. So I decided, okay, well, we're going to have to use something else to kind of make this work. So I picked the black and white because black and white is a neutral. It can go with anything. And I figured that's going to probably be the best thing to do. So now I'm just cutting up the background papers, and I'm following the guide that's on the blog post to make it as easy as I can. And then you'll see me on the back of each piece. I am labeling it to match the picture on the blog post. So I will have that blog post linked below for you so you can go look at it, because I figured if I did not do that correctly, I was not going to get this done correctly. So I'm making the bigger cuts here for the second portion, and again just writing each one what they are, all of that, so I can keep up with it. And then I'm going to do the same with the black and white, and you'll see me checking because you know you want to check twice, cut once. I'm trying to do that here as well, just to make sure I'm not making any mistakes and not getting the incorrect size, because I worked hard on the background and I don't want to mess it up at this point. And what's really nice about this is going to make a total of 8 cards. Now I'm only going to show you part of my process for 4 of them, and then at the end of the video, if you stay to the end, you'll get to see all the cards I made in the 4 original and then the 4 what I call stepped up version. And I also decided for each of these I was going to cut mats. So for each piece of paper I cut them about 1/8 of an inch, I believe, or 1/4 of an inch. I think 1/8 of an inch matte, because I just wanted it to show up really, really well on my Recollections cardstock bases that I had made. So now I am going to start embellishing. I'm using Real Red again, since that's the color that I used in the background paper that I made. And then I also used some Tuxedo Memento Black ink, and making some decisions about what I want each one to say and what I want my layout to be, with the sentiment as well. So as you can see, I'm following the One Sheet Wonder pattern pretty closely. Being me, I do not always get things centered correctly on my mats, as you can tell, but it's okay. It's a handmade card. It's all good. Okay, so here there's a happy birthday, and I really like this happy birthday, but it was not as big as I would want it to be. So I'm using up some glue here that I think I got from Daiso. This isn't good for just this kind of thing for paper, but it's not great for sticking things down that you're worried you don't want it to come off. So I'm putting 3 little die cut hearts that I already had in my die cut stash from another project that matched perfectly. So I added that to. Okay, so I'm added that. I'm going to show you one more card. I'm not going to show you all 4 because I figured that's going to make you a little bored. And then here in just a little bit, I'll go through all the cards that I did in the end. This is basically using that 3/4 inch square and then the strip. They both go at the top of this card. And I'm adding a stamp sentiment that says, "Wish you the best day ever." And to kind of highlight this card, I'm going to add a Dollar Tree sticker that has this little glass of wine. I think that was great to kind of say cheers to you. And then I'm going to add some Nuvo drops. These are the crystal drops. They are in Red Berry. I use these quite a bit on the cards as embellishments because it matched the red, the Real Red from Stampin' Up, which I use for the background and for the sentiments. So hope you enjoy this and stay tuned for the rest of the cards. Hey guys, I wanted to run through my One Sheet Wonder cards with you and show what I did with the pattern paper that I made and then that black and white pattern I brought in. So here's the first one. I'm using my light box. I'm not sure this is a setup I really like, but I wanted to try it. So this is "Wishing you the best day ever" with a glass of wine. Then we have this lovely happy birthday. And then, "So happy to hear of your exciting news. Congratulations." That could be any kind of congratulations card. And this one just says, "Be brave, be strong, be brave, you got this." So I took the rest of those cutouts and made 4 more cards. This I did step it up a notch. I added a background die and a few other elements. So here's the first one. So this one is the same as the Merlot. So this is the same card pattern, I guess you would say. And I added this cutout that I already had in my stash, and I'm so happy to celebrate these moments with you. But this little piece of die cut pattern paper that I added in the back kind of looks like lace in a way, but it just kind of steps it up a notch, so I want to make sure I shared those with you as well. This is the next one. It says, "Hooray, it's your birthday," and then "Happy Birthday" underneath it. These are actually 2 different sentiments, and the square has a stitching that is drawn on with my, I did that in Design Space with my Cricut Explorer. And this one matches the layout of this happy birthday. And this is another happy birthday card. The next one, if I can get them apart, is this one. It says, wishing you a beautiful day with good health and happiness. I added a die cut butterfly, had a mustache, and then the sentiment I also had a mustache, and it matches the same layout as this one. But see how this little die just really steps it up one more notch. And then finally, this one, another birthday one. It says, you look younger than ever. Happy birthday. And this one matches the congratulations layout. So this is what I had left over from doing the first 4 cards. So I wanted you to be able to see these as well. All right, guys. Thanks so much.